Welcome everyone to this debut episode of RiffLaughMosh. I'm George. I'm joined here by Rosie.
Sorry. I'm actually so sorry. Do you want to redo that?
God.
I did it.
No.
Listen, I did it like
let's roll with it.
I'm so sorry.
Mate, let's roll with it. If you're happy to roll with it, let's roll with it.
I can roll with it. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh my God. Look at that. Not even 10 seconds into the podcast, it's just taking over already. This is Rosie Rivers. Rosie, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
I'm excited. I'm excited what we're talking about today. I'm in the mood to talk about some My Chem.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, if the thumbnail hasn't given it away already, we are here to talk about My Chemical Romance. We're here to drop some absolutely unhinged opinions. I'm sure the comment section will tell us. I'm sure we'll get told that we're wrong on everything by half, and then we're right on everything by the other half. So hey, pretty normal day in the office. Hey, I'm frightened as well, but we've got this. So look, again, thank you, Rosie, for being here. Rosie, part of the Disloyal Order podcast, one of my favorite podcasts out there. Not just saying that because Rosie's a guest here, but I remember when I first mentioned on TikTok about wanting to start a podcast, Rosie reached out to me, offered any help she could, like completely like just super nice, not expecting anything, just like if you want some help. And I was like, I know you. I know your podcast. And I remember your reaction was like,
really? I was like, no way. It's only happened a couple times. I think like twice in Birmingham where I live, people have been like, I know you do the Disloyal Order podcast. So I was like, what? Like 50 people watch that. I was like, how the hell? I was like, you know what? I'll take it. I'm a celebrity.
It's weird though, isn't it? Like my other geeky passion is wrestling, right? And I have a wrestling podcast about like one of the most niche small companies around. And I went to London and like people were shouting to me. I'm like, who is this person? Like it's very flattering. It's very weird. But no, your pod, I loved it. It's so fun. And actually between the pod that you do with Sam and the Lowdown podcast that Johnny and Mike do, kind of like the fun but also kind of taking things serious side where you need to and all of that. That's kind of what inspired me to do my own podcast as well, like the kind of almost chilled vibe that you guys have, and like some really interesting stuff you talk. I'm just going to shout out before we get into anything, the conversation that you and Sam had on AI and music. Generally one of my favorite things I've listened to on any music podcast lately. So yeah, thank you for being here.
Can I swear on this? Maybe not.
Oh yes, swear.
Fuck AI.
Yeah, fuck AI. Yeah, swear as much as you like on here. Yeah, fuck AI. Definitely no brand sponsorship deals for us here, right? From any companies that might be using AI designs for clothing.
Call me on TikTok. I'm starting beef.
Yeah. Hey, it's valid beef as far as I'm concerned. Stevie Wonder could see that was AI, so.
I got threatened with legal action for that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
If you're not caught up, you need to just go on my TikTok. I don't know how much I can say nowadays. But
Fair
they were
enough.
like, I'll take legal action. I was like, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Going on over on TikTok.com.
Yeah. So, hey, look, I'm going to just start. We're both going to My Chem on Friday. Like, how excited are you?
I am actually I don't think I'm as excited as you are because you haven't seen My Chem before.
Sorry, just plugging my charger in. No, I've not seen My Chem before. In actual fact, I had tickets to go and see them in, was it 2022 when they played Milton Keynes Bowl? And basically, I changed jobs. And right at the time that I changed jobs, I had like other things going on, and then a band called the Gaslight Anthem reformed to one of my favorite bands ever. So I like bought tickets to go and see them in Birmingham and other places, and like literally my funds that I had in between moving jobs meant I couldn't afford to do all the travel and hotel for My Chem as well. So yeah, I ended up selling my ticket literally like a few days before. So I was absolutely gutted. And
you know what? My partner bought a ticket a few days before. Wouldn't that be so funny?
Wouldn't it?
Sold the ticket.
Oh my God, imagine if he's like the one that's bought it. But yeah,
we go back in the emails, we have a look. That would be crazy. That would be like invisible string between us.
It would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Love it like there it goes there. But yeah, like, so ever since then, I've been like, right, I need, no matter what happens next time they come, I'm going to need to see them. And I remember vividly the morning of the ticket war. Now, I use that term really loosely, right? Because I'm always like, I see these people on TikTok, social media, go, I was in the ticket war. I'm like, shut up. Like, there's no such thing as the ticket war. Okay, I was humbled very quickly that morning.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was stressed. I was ready to make it everybody's problem if I didn't get tickets that day.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, you guys better hope I get tickets, or else I'm going to be complaining about it for the rest of my life. And I was at work that day in the office, and I said to my boss, I was like, listen, I need to be off the computer from like 10 a.m. until however long it takes. And I was like, could be an hour. And she was like, what time do you get in? I was like, 8 a.m. And she was like, okay. But if you're like off your computer for an hour, I need you to stay till 5. And I was like, done.
Yeah.
I was like, I work through a lunch break. I don't care. I was like, I'm not working for an hour. My phone's off. My emails are on like do not disturb. My Teams is on do not disturb. Do not message me. And we got it.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I was sitting there, like, I was being all smug about this. I'm like, right, I'm gonna do standing one day, I'm gonna do seated another, so I can really get to experience both. And I'd saved a hefty budget for it to try and make sure I could get tickets for both and whatnot. And then it all just started happening. I'm like, what's going on? And so I don't know about you when you've bought tickets and if you've ever bought solo, but I go to most of my gigs solo because most of my friends don't like the same kind of music, or if they do, they want to be spending like hundreds of pounds on a ticket, right? So I kind of accept that. And I've got this feeling like everyone's like, oh yeah, I've managed to get tickets. I've got 2, I've got 3, I've got 4. And every time I was trying to get one, I think what was happening was I was being left on, like, you know, when you get like a single seat or an aisle seat, and it kept just moving me, go, no, we don't have tickets for you. So it took me ages to get one. And then I got one, I was like, oh, it's okay, I'm in one of the VIP tickets. Like, I was fine with that. Then I realized, no, that was just dynamic pricing that hit me as well. So it's like,
that is rough.
But hey, I'm there.
I mean, yeah, we had the same thing. Well, this is the situation we're in. So we got standing tickets, general admission, within, I think it took us like maybe 30 minutes, which isn't so bad. I was like, okay.
That's, decent.
And then I was like, listen, and I was really bagging on front pitch standing. But at this point, I was like, I don't care where I am, nosebleeds, just get me, I need to be there. I was like, whatever, right? So we got that, and I was like, cool, I can start working. I go on like a lunch break, and my partner Kai calls me, and he's like, I just bought us front pitch standing. And I was like, oh, I thought they were general admission. He was like, no, yeah, I bought those as well. And I was like, so we have 4 tickets for the same day. And he was like, we're gonna have to shift the general admission tickets. And I was like, okay, no worries. Let me like ask my mates and see if they couldn't get any. And my friends Nathan Ethne couldn't get any tickets. And we were like, gang, we've got general admission. Do you want them? And they were like, oh, we just bought seated, but yeah, we'll take your general admission and we'll sell the seated. And we were like, cool. So they bought our general admission and then sold the seated. And then they got front pitch standing, and they were like, cool, now we need to sell this general admission. And I was like, these tickets are being passed around. And now with this weekend coming up, we've got like 2000 Trees Festival. You've got the Bring Me the Horizon show with Outbreak, and you've got MyChem. And now it's like impossible to sell your MyChem tickets.
Yeah. It's crazy what's going on.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, and I know people that like bought Trees tickets and then bought MyChem tickets and were like, I'll sell my Trees ticket, and then bought Bring Me the Horizon tickets and were like, it's fine, I'll sell my MyChem ticket. And now they can't sell any of it. And they're like, they've maybe spent like $1,000 on the weekend just on buying the tickets to go to one thing.
When I heard that Bring Me the Horizon were releasing tickets, like, I was never more glad to not be a fan of Bring Me the Horizon in my life, because I was like, if I was, that would have just added to the extra stress of that weekend. And I was looking at Trees. So I've never done Trees before, and I was like, oh, I might give that a go. And then Alkaline Trio got announced, and I was like, oh, that would have been fun for the day. And then the only reason I didn't do the day was because the undercard didn't really like grab me for a day, and I'm already doing I'm doing Iron Maiden on Saturday, so like literally back from Wembley to the hotel up there, So it was just like, I don't want to be adding to that. Like, MyChem will be my 5th gig in the space of literally 2 weeks. So like, it's been
rough.
It's been tough. So I was like,
Now Alkaline Trio's pulled out of Trees, so it's good you didn't go.
Yeah,
I'm a big Don Broco fan.
Yeah, you know what? They're a band that I'm trying to listen to. I've not really given them much listening in the past, but
your playlist.
They're Perfect. We love that. We love
Got you.
that.
I've got you.
I mean, Rosie's coming up with all the great recommendations. Expectations by Olivia
Do this.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, get you onto Expectations.
I'm just gonna say that I listened to it like 4 or 5 times walking back from the train station. Like, there's so many different artists and songs I can hear in that song, but not in a way that it's derivative. Like, it just, and this is one of the things that I love, and I'll get onto the My Chem songs that we speak about later, is that I can hear so many influences, but it's like these influences done through a My Chem prism rather than My Chem trying to retrofit their sound around it. And I love that. Like, I love picking up new things, and like, there's certain songs that were released like 15 years before others, but I can now get like, oh, this reminds me a bit of this newer song and stuff like that. You can just see how it all influences current artists. It's wicked. So, Mike M, what was your journey into them? How did you start listening to them?
Right. I can't really remember. I've spoken about this a couple times. Like, I don't know how I got into like emo or alternative music. I think I've got memories of like a few different things. I don't know if they all kind of happened at the same time. But I was raised on reggae music and house music. My dad was a DJ, so I listened to a lot of like club music. And yeah, a lot of like Calvin Harris, to be honest. So I don't know where I got to where I am. And I think I was like watching Pokemon before school one day, and then I was like, oh, Pokemon's over, let me get on the music channel. And I was like, oh, what's Kerrang? And then I put Kerrang on, and like Sugar We're Going Down's playing, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the coolest stuff I've ever heard in my damn life. And then I think I bought a Kerrang magazine because I was like in Sainsbury's with my mum, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the music channel that I liked that I've only watched once. And I just like took all the posters out and I put it on my bedroom wall when I was like 12 years old. And then once my wall was full, I was like looking at it and I was like, I should probably listen to some of these. And then I just started listening to them. And I can only imagine that's how. Yeah, I don't have like a core memory of like, oh, I like listened to Welcome to the Black Parade and I was like, wow. I kind of just like have always. I know there's a really abrupt change from listening to reggae music and house music into listening to My Chem.
No, but I get it. You find your way. Something grabs you, especially at that age. Because when I was younger, I was very much a pop boy. That was it. So my mum loves UB40, reggae, and country music. So like my childhood is like tinged with like Sunday mornings, the smell of house polish and Patsy Cline. Or like, my dad listened to Iron Maiden, but also having like Bjork, Tina Turner, Peter Gabriel, all that stuff going on. So like I never picked up music from any of my parents. I just listened to whatever was on the radio, and I would record. And then I was like 14, I think. I was around my mate's house, and they started playing Americana by The Offspring. And I hated Pretty Fly for a White Guy, but I loved everything else. I loved it. I was young. I was cynical. I was like, this is stupid. But everything else I loved. And that's kind of how I started getting into alternative music. And then like, so from there, it was Linkin Park for me. After that was my gateway. And then like, you had like your bands like Metallica, who they released Saint Anger. And I was like, this is cool. I love this. My dad tried to show me all the older stuff. I'm like, no, this is just wanky bullshit. Like, that's what I called Master of Puppets. Like, and then like Kerrang played Dance Dance, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I love this. This is funky. Listen, this is upbeat.
I haven't met a single person that doesn't like Dance Dance.
It's an incredible song. That's why, like, and it still stands the test of time. And even with like, as much as songs can get overplayed, and I'll come up on this with some songs here today. Like that one is one that no matter how many times I've listened to it, I can still listen to it. But from there, that's when I started watching more on Kerrang and going down more that emo-ish kind of route. Because I liked a bit of pop punk. I'd listened to Blink and stuff like that. But at that point, I was more of a metal guy. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And we had, this might be before, I might be skewing it around a little bit. I remember I'm Not Okay and Helena and videos like that on there. I was like, these guys are interesting. And I liked the theatrical side to My Chem. I liked how the videos like had all these Warner Brothers things on, and me being young, I'm like, this must be legit. Like they've got a film company behind this. Like, it all felt like really like polished. And then I remember Welcome to the Black Parade coming out, and I hated that song because I think at the time I was the perfect age of being young, cynical, and hating whatever was popular. Okay. And my
A
route
lot
into
of
my
people have
chem,
told me this.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people have said this.
my route into my chem actually was probably different for many people, but there'll be some out there who have this. I was a Guitar Hero player, and Guitar
Mhm.
Hero 2 dropped their first ever DLC. And I was like, brilliant, new songs. And it was my chem. And I was like, oh, I thought, well, you know what? I'll get them anyway. And then Dead started playing. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
It's
Like,
great.
what is this? It was Dead, This Is How I Disappear. And, oh, what was the other one? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was like, it was three songs all came on at that. And I was just like, this band is amazing. And then I started listening to the album. And then I started going like, actually, maybe I should just give them a chance, should just give them a go. And I've been on ever since. And then, yeah,
and a few people have said this to me. There's a radio DJ in Birmingham that I'm really close with called DJ Millabong. And he talks to me about like when my came out with 3 Cheers, he like listened to it and he was like, yeah, it's like pretty good. Like it's a banger album. This is awesome. And then Welcome to the Black Parade came out, the album, and he was on the same thing where it got so popular. He was like, I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing about my chem. I don't want to hear about them ever again. And I said to him before, I was like, oh, have you seen them live? Because you've been listening to them for a while. And he was like, no, I haven't. And then he was like, tell a lie. I have. I saw them in Bullet's era come to the UK supporting someone. And I thought they were shit. And I was like, well, or it might have been like between Bullets and Revenge era. I don't know. It was something like early on. And he was like, yeah, really unimpressed. And then I kind of just over the years, like got over myself and realized that they were cracked. And I was like, well.
Yeah. I get that. The whole getting over yourself is a big thing. Like that was me with Limp Bizkit, right? So I loved Limp Bizkit singles, loved them, right? And I would always call them a guilty pleasure, right? And I'm a guy that listens to Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys on the regular, but Limp Bizkit were my guilty pleasure. And every time they're at a festival, I'm like, I'm not going to see them live. They're not going to be very good. They're not going to, And then I was like, I realized until last year, I've still never seen them live. And I'm just going, can I just get over myself a little bit and just go and see them? And they were amazing at download. Like they were so good. So yeah, I think there's something to be said. Oh yeah, they were.
And I think
so
there's
good.
like a lot of like my favorite bands that people like a few years older than me are like, oh yeah, I had to get over myself to get into them. Like just because they were popular doesn't mean I should have given them a chance. And then I start thinking about the bands that I hate right now, and I'm like, do I need to give Sleep Token a chance? Maybe.
Right, okay, my question is...
Maybe in a few years, some like teenager's going to be like, how do you not like Sleep Token? I'll be like, listen, I do now, but they were just popular and I couldn't stop hearing them and I just got sick of it. Like, maybe I do just need to like sit the fuck down and listen to them.
I think my way of looking at it now is whether you're disliking them out of irrational hatred or whether there's like something more there. Because that's how I used to be with bands. Like, they could do the slightest thing. I go, don't like them, not listening to them. Sleep Token are one of those ones I have tried with. Cannot. And that's okay, right? Like we can't like every band.
Oh yeah, totally.
But yeah,
I feel like I haven't even given them a chance. Maybe I should.
Yeah, fair. To be fair, they do attract a really weird crowd of people. Like I've got a friend.
That's the issue. I think it's the fans. Yeah.
I have a friend, the most normie person you've ever met, who like she listens to pop music all the time, and she messaged me one day and went, have you got a link for the live stream of download for Sleep Token? I'm like, download don't do live streams, mate. And she's like, yes, they do. And I'm like, they don't. Trust me, it's someone who's gone multiple times. They don't do this anymore. And she was like, I need to see Sleep Token. I need to see them. And I'm like, but again, I don't want to generalize the whole fan base, but it seems to be the ones who are into a certain kind of literature and gravitate towards. So maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe I just don't read the spiciest of spice. So.
Now, let's not slag off spicy literature. Some good shit there.
Look, I'm
Did you watch Heated Rivalry?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You should. You should.
I haven't got round to it. I've got a lot of stuff on the back burner that I need to get round to watching. But hey, one day I'm not averse to giving it a shot. I'll give it a go at some point.
It's good. It's all right. It's good. I like
it. From what I've heard, it very quickly progresses stories along, which I think is a lost art today in television anyway. So
yeah, no, you're right. Oh my gosh,
Nice.
how did we get onto? I was going to say, how did we get onto Heated Rivalry from My Chem, but I feel like that's not as many steps as I think it is.
No, it's really not actually, is it? Because like we've talked about fandoms, and I'm sure back in the day, the My Chem fan, like in fact, I've seen it the last week or so with the common people controversy, and
oh my
people
god,
talk about this, and oh yeah, it's been.
I don't care.
So yeah, I'm kind of
just
like,
don't care.
Yeah, like I'm reading it all, trying to like educate myself, because this is what I tell people: educate yourself on things if you're not sure. And I think it's like half of the people out there don't just care; they're just in it for clout, right? Like, and then you've got the people who are like, these people are out there saying about how, hey, this is what we were directed by the team, the PR team. This is what they've asked us to do. And yeah, they could have maybe, bless you, they could have maybe educate themselves on the meaning behind the song, maybe. But is it the end of the world if they've come out and said, hey, we didn't know this is what it was about. Cool, now we know. Like,
no,
people
also,
are cancelling.
Everyone's like, oh, they're paying people to make this content with My Chem's cover of Common People. No, they're not. Why would they? They're going on their UK tour that is literally a whole album in full. Why would they pay content creators to make a video about a cover that they created like 13 years ago?
Yeah.
Gang, they're not paying content creators to make a song with Common People. It's just not.
Yeah. I imagine these people are getting approached going, oh my God, this is my way. I'm working with My Chem. This is cool. And look, even if they were paying people, again, it's really not that big a deal. Like, people didn't know the meaning behind the song. We'll get that payment for you.
I'll make the video anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, like I'm kind of all for it. But I see like all these people going, we should cancel this band, we should do this, we should do that. It's like, whoa. So maybe like we said, it is all much closer than we think. And weird fan bases are weird fan bases, and cool, chill people like you lot who are watching and listening to this. You're the chill people. So Rosie, I said to you before we came on that I'm going to make you. Oh, but that sounds really bad. I'm going to ask you to rank your My Chem albums in order.
I'm going to say no. No, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. Rank. Okay. Now, I really don't want to piss people off. Now, listen. Am I ranking the best My Chem albums or my favorite My Chem albums?
I'll let you decide what you want to do there, because I think it's always hard, isn't it, with art to go like to be objective. But I think you're one of the people that I can trust to do that as well as recognize your favorite. But I'll do
both. It'll be quick. So I think as far as like best albums go, I think The Black Parade is their best album. Always will be. I think it's like story-wise, as like a concept album, is so compact. All the songs work, except maybe Teenagers, I feel like maybe didn't need to make it. It's just a really good compact piece. The Black Parade will always be their best album. And then I think, like, not controversially, I think Three Cheers is their second best album. I think Danger Days is their third best album. I think Bullets is their fourth best album.
Yeah.
And that's probably the rank of their best.
Yeah.
My favorite, Danger Days, peak. I love Danger Days. It's such a good album. I think people give it a lot of slack because it was kind of like pop rocky-ish. But tell me it's not like 40 degrees out and you're having a cocktail in your garden and you're having a bad time listening to Summertime. I think not. You're having a great time.
Yeah, Summertime was actually the song that I kind of listened to quite recently, and like how I described it was, it's a song that I would just go put on the car when I go for a drive with the windows down, nowhere to go, just drive, and that song blaring out is like incredible. Yeah, it's
so good, right? And then the other three, I think maybe, it's tough. I think maybe The Black Parade second favorite, maybe Bullets third favorite, and then Three Cheers. But I love Three Cheers.
Interesting, yeah.
I loved it. And I'm saying Three Cheers is at the bottom. Three Cheers is still like at the top of most albums I've listened to, right? It's top 10.
Yeah.
So chill. Please
Incredible.
don't crucify me. But yeah, I think
Nice.
that's my ranking.
Okay, so my ranking was actually what you said would probably be like the best ranking. And for a few reasons. One, I've not really listened to Bullets all that much. It was one that, again, I gave a listen to years ago, and I was like, this doesn't sound very good in a production sense.
Sure.
And but then again, I started listening to it a bit more, and I realized that while the production isn't as slick as the other albums, it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it was in terms of that. And the more I've gone through and listened to songs, and you can really hear like the genesis of where My Chem start, and you can also hear a lot of other bands, and I can hear like a lot of Fall Out Boy in this album as well. Like, again, very early Take This to Your Grave style, where both bands are finding their footing of what they're going to become, and obviously they go in similar but different directions. But you can hear where this band are becoming this band, and it's a great album. What I've listened to so far, but I need to listen to more. I was coming in here. I am much more tied between Danger Days and Three Cheers than I realized I was. Like,
it's tough.
I think everyone loved Black Parade, and they loved being in their feels, right? And then an emo is all about in your feels, but being happy is also in your feels, right? Like that is a feel, like, and that's what this album was. It was definitely telling a message while still being upbeat, and I love that juxtaposition where it's something which is serious and like something to say, but to a happy pop beat. Like, I love stuff like that. Like, it really grabs me. So yeah, I think I'm at this point, I'm just Three Cheers just over Danger Days, but I feel like that could switch around at any point.
Definitely.
And then Black Parade, and I echo your point on Teenagers especially, and I'm going to throw in a really controversial take here. Kill All Your Friends should have made the album instead of Teenagers.
And not All the Angels.
I don't know if I've given that one a listen to that much, if I'm honest.
Well, I think my controversial opinion is, so Three Cheers and Black Parade, right? I think Teenagers needs to be on Three Cheers, and The Ghost of You needs to be on the Black Parade, and then it'd be perfect.
I like
if they
that.
just swapped. I think that's not crazy.
Yeah,
but
Teenagers
I remember
just doesn't make sense on the Black Parade,
right? You're just saying about like being in your feels with like the Black Parade. Everyone loved it when it came out. Me and my best friend Matthew do like an album swap. So we get a bottle of wine, he comes over, we show each other an album the other person just hasn't listened to, because we've got very different music tastes. And he hasn't listened to any My Chem, and I was like, I kind of like edged him in with a bit of like Fall Out Boy, and then we did some other stuff. He showed me like Geordie Creep or whatever. And then I was like, let me just bite the bullet, let's just play you the Black Parade, because like no one's not liked it, right?
Yeah.
And I played it for him, and he was like, listen, the guitars are great, it sounds sick, it's really it's awesome. And he was like, I am like not sad enough to be listening to this album, and I'm never going to listen to it again. He was like, I can't imagine being in a place where I can listen to this album and be like, yeah, this puts me in a good mood. And I was like, oh, ever? And he was like, no, dude, this is sad. And I was like, well then.
Yeah, that's it is sad. That's a statement I'm sure has been made many times about that album. One of the things that as I'm getting older, like one of the things that I think about much more than I did maybe when this album came out is mortality, right? Like, let's be sad here. And this album has like a lot to say and reflect on with that. So certain songs, like the lyrics of them hit so much harder now than even when they did when it was first released, when you're like younger and you think you've got like life figured out and it's gonna be this, I'm gonna last forever, I'm gonna last for a long time. And like then you see things happen around you. Like when I was younger, I had a friend who passed away and stuff like that, and you realize the fragility of stuff. And as you're getting older and you just feel yourself aging, and I forget which song it is, and I've noted it down, but there's a lyric in one of them that's like, that encapsulates it perfectly. And like, it gives this album a whole new meaning to me as I'm aging as well.
I remember when I was younger listening to the album, I would always say like, my skip is Disenchanted. I was like, I don't care about Disenchanted. That song's shit. Now as an adult, I'm like, ow, owie, owie, owie. It's really painful, owie. And I'm like, you stupid 13-year-old, why didn't you like that?
In
Didn't
fact,
even get it.
that was the song, actually. I've just looked back
Was
on
it?
my notes I've made, and I've got it there. Because I was like, back then I was like, it's okay, this song.
It's
like,
alright. Yeah.
Kind of, when it comes to songs, I'm very much and I think we've kind of spoken about this before about someone raised the question, do lyrics matter? In the sense of like, is actually what's said matter? And sometimes for me, sonically, as long as it all kind of fits and sounds good, like the way it's sung, that can be enough for me. So I don't always delve into the lyrics or understand them to the level some people do. And I think I was like that with Disenchanted for a while. And one of the things I'm trying to do more now is actually read lyrics and go, actually, what are they saying here? And I've got down here, you're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. I'm like, fuck, like that is like...
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that...
I always like the, like, so I can watch all my heroes sell a car on TV. I'm like... And now I'm looking at the merch prices at the Long Live the Black Parade tour, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not buying merch at any of these tours.
£85 for a football shirt. You're taking the piss.
Yeah,
the rest of it's ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it too much?
I've seen the merch that got posted, actually. Yeah, I do not like a single thing.
It kind of looks like the merch you get in like Primark or HMV, or like it doesn't look tour designed.
Yeah, and you don't
mind that. The football shirt is sick.
I've seen. Is that the white one with the diagonal?
There's a white one. There's also a black one as well.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm not paying £85.
Yeah.
And the merch I've bought from their site recently, I got, they had the drug like merch release. I got like a flag to put on a wall, because we're collecting pennants and stuff right now. So I got a flag, and I got the like bag because I needed a new gym bag and like sports bag. I was like, oh, perfect. The quality is shocking. Genuinely awful. And I was like, damn. And I like messaged them, and I was like, can I return this? Because this shit sucks. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, Mike, what are we doing?
Yeah,
like, so maybe there is a controversy to be had with common people. Like,
maybe there is. Maybe. But yeah, you're 100% right. If you're paying like good, like really good money, and like, I think I had this conversation the other day, and I'll be up front. I said this when someone said, "Well, the price of merch." I'm like, but the price of merch, I said, isn't that different compared to ticket prices as it used to be? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just feels it because it is such a big amount. But
I mean, small bands do it all the time.
Yeah, and you're right. They do. And when I'm going to gigs now, £40 for a t-shirt is ridiculous. Like, I was at Metallica at the weekend, and I went to the tent, looked, I was like, nope, not buying a thing from there. They had a really sick football shirt that I wanted. That was £80, and I was like, not paying £80 for it. Like, I'll go onto EMP and buy one of like the ones you release on there for like £40. But
I also think we should bring back like DIYing your own band merch. I think it's really fun.
I've recently thought of doing that, actually. So there's a band that I love called Bayside. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but
it sounds familiar.
Like they've not got any t-shirts out over here at all. You have to order in. And I was like, I really like this album cover. I literally like mocked up the design with the album cover and their logo above it. I was like, this looks cool. I'm like, I'm just gonna get this printed and made. Like literally a bootleg merch, and like I don't care. Like
I literally like we screen print a lot of merch for my partner's band, so we make all the merch like just because it's like fun and easy and cheaper. And if we make it, we can sell it cheaper, so it's kind of like
nice.
But yeah, I was like, there's a band similarly, My Upside Down, based in New Jersey. They're like the next My Chem. You're not on it, get on it. They're crazy, they're great. And they like only sell merch in the US. And I messaged them, and they're like, listen, we can sort out a PayPal, we can like send it over to you. And I was like, and listen, that sounds great, but also I kind of want to make it. But then I feel bad because I'm not giving them any money, and they are a small band. I'm like, maybe I send you like £15, and then I like make a shirt because it's fun. But I'm remembering, like, I don't know if you watched the My Chem documentary, the one that came out with 3 Cheers, was it? The Life on the Murder Scene.
Yeah.
There was the first time they played in the UK, loads of people wearing like DIY My Chem merch because they didn't sell it, and they were like, "Oh, that's sick." Yeah. And I'm like, let's just go back to just make a fucking shirt. I'm not spending £40 on a shirt.
No, and I think I'm kind of like, so I used to be terrible for it at festivals, right? Like back at Download and Sonisphere, I used to be like, I would go with my money, right? I was that bad that one time I had an undercover police officer stop me, telling me that he was there to do quality control of my shirts. Now, I was so naive to it. I was like, oh, I'm really glad that they've got people here doing stuff like this. My dad went to me, no, you've just bought that many T-shirts that he thinks you're selling them. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I would literally take hundreds of pounds just for shirts.
Oh
like,
my
that was
God.
because I loved my band shirts, right? And I was just like, and it was like 20 quid a shirt. So, whereas now when they're 40 quid, I don't even need to, like...
No, it's crazy.
And, like, I'll buy the small band. Like, there's a lot more local bands and smaller bands that maybe charging £30 for a shirt where I'll pay that. Like, cause,
yeah, I'll always pay that. Yeah.
But, yeah, the big bands now, I'm just like, nah,
they're fine. They don't need it.
Oh, you've got this one in Primark that looks kind of cool and I can pay £12 for it. Yeah, cool. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Then. Yeah.
In it. Vinted as well, my saviour.
Yeah, oh God, I wish I vinted all of my old band T-shirts. So I went through a phase where I was just like, no, I'm not wearing band T-shirts anymore. I'm growing up. I don't need all of this. So I went and put them all in a clothes bank. And like, but like,
I mean, that's
lovely.
Really nice.
People have got them, yeah. But I kind of wish that I'd like given them to actual like band
fans
T-shirt collectors. Yeah. But yeah, and now I'm going through the stage again where I'm like, why did I do that? I'm now going through and buying the T-shirts again, but just different ones. But
this is my fear. I've currently got a massive pile in my bedroom of shirts I need to put on Vinted, and there's a couple band shirts in there, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna regret it. I've also got like a massively, I think, and I can't prove it, I think I've got the biggest collection of Creeper merch in the world. I have so much Creeper merch. I truly think maybe I've got the most. And I like do not need this many Creeper shirts unless I've got like a Creeper water bottle. They did a vibrator. Awesome. Sick. They'll do anything. I've got like a hockey jersey. Sick, right? And I was like, I don't need this much Creeper merch. I was like, I should sell some of this. And then I was like, but I'm imagining when I'm like 70 and my kids are like, I don't know, trying to pay to put me in at home maybe. And they're like, oh, we could sell the biggest collection of Creeper merch of like vintage originals from like 2017 ages ago to like a crazy Creeper collector. And I love it. And I'm like, oh, I've got to hold on to all of this. Actually, this shit's going to be like worth something. I don't know.
I love that. You know what was really funny as well? That's the perfect segue for what I want to speak about next. And actually, like, you've just done it perfectly, and people think that this is all professional. It's not. Not on my side, anyway. Creeper. I was so shocked that they weren't one of the support bands for my chem. I was convinced when From Eternity in Your Arms was released, I went to their London Electric Ballroom day, and I was like, this band are going to become as big as my chem. And my chem at that point weren't a stadium band, but I was like, they are going to become the next big thing. And like, I'm so shocked by kind of where they are in their trajectory is now. But I was so shocked that they weren't even on one of the support acts. Like,
I really thought they were going to be on the support. Yeah. Because I think they were for the last tour for one date.
Were they? Okay.
Maybe I'm lying. I don't think it was UK though. I think it was maybe like France or something.
Okay, got you.
That might not be true. But yeah, I was like, listen, it's perfect, right? They've got this whole like vampire thing going on. The only thing I will say is like, I'm a huge Creeper fan. I love it. I've met them a few times. I've like seen them, I think maybe like 20 times. I'm obsessed. Love them so much. Sangrevor, their second to last album, was incredible. I think it's one of the best albums ever made. I think it sounds great. Tom Dalgetty produced it. It's like all very like vampire-y goth. I'm like, oh yes, love it. Perfect. Yeah. Not my favorite Creeper album, but definitely I think they're best. And then they released Sangrevor 2 Mistress of Death like earlier this year or last year. And it just kind of like didn't hit. And now with all their live shows, their set list is just of these 2 Sangrevor albums, and they're not playing anything off of their earlier work. And that includes like the hits. Like they're not playing Annabelle, they're not playing Cyanide, they're not playing like anything off Sex, Death and the Infinite Void that like did really well for them. And they just announced a tour, and I kind of like don't care. I kind of don't want to go.
I hear you completely on that, mate. I was about to drop like again another hot take that I'm kind of over the vampire era Creeper. Like,
okay, now hold on up. I'm never over a vampire era.
Well, hey,
What's
look,
that? 5 times fast vampire era.
they can keep the vampire look, but I just want them to play those old songs. Like I am dying to hear Black Mass again live. Like that is my favorite. That's my favorite Creeper song. Like those
I think
EPs.
Black Rain is mine.
Yeah, incredible, and that first album as well was again incredible. But then they've done they've leaned into the gothic stuff where it can sound great without it having to be like really overbearing. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the one with it's Hannah doing the whole lead vocal. It's I've got
on the new
evil.
Album?
No, is it? I want to say something like Ghost Over Broadway or something like that, but I might be wrong completely.
Ghost Over Cavalry, yeah.
That was a Ghost Over Cavalry. Yeah, absolutely sick, that song. So like they've got some great stuff in there. But yeah, I saw them at Download and I thought they were really good at Download.
I mean, they're always put on a good show.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like
I just want to hear the old stuff again as well. Like if you put them on here supporting with heavily EP with a few Sangreville songs in there, I think they would have gone down huge with this crowd. But I'm also not complaining that we're getting Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. Like
now, I'm really torn.
Okay, tell me.
Listen, I like Joan Jett. I can't say I'm an active Joan Jett listener, right?
Yeah.
But I like the songs that I obviously know. And I think it's going to be a really cool opportunity to see her. You know, she's kind of like getting older, right? And she's still, my mother-in-law just went to see her in Scotland and said she was like just as good as she always has been. And I was like, cool, it's going to be a good show, right? I do wish they'd let us know who the supports were before buying the tickets, because I can't believe I'm not seeing Sunny Day Real Estate support Mike M. I need to see it so bad. And then listen to the Black Parade. Are you serious? I will regress to like 14-year-old me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was one I saw and I was not expecting. Like, came completely out. I think when you say came completely out of left field, I mean in the sense of just the types of bands, and you see like Joan Jett, Skunk Anansie and stuff like that, who maybe you can either understand the more commercial appeal of those bands. But Sunny Day Real Estate is one for the people who know. Like that's not for
awesome.
It's not for the casuals. Like, and I'll admit that they're one that I've dabbled in. I've not when I was growing up listening to music, I would like hyper fixate on certain songs or bands. So like I've got black spots here, there, and everywhere because I'd either just like fixate on songs and listen to them like hundreds of times and then never listen to like 4 or 5 other songs. Or these bands I'd never listen to, but these ones I'd play to death. So they're one, that I saw someone with a Sunnydale t-shirt on a couple of weeks ago. I've just realised it's Sunnydale, the Buffy school rather than Sunny Day. But yeah, I saw someone with the t-shirt on last year when I was coming back from a gig, and I started listening. I was like, yeah, this sounds like Mike's kind of stuff. And if I wasn't seeing Joan Jett, and I think for me, it's the novelty factor. Joan Jett's one of those ones for me. So like, kind of when I saw Gary Newman about 10 years ago at a festival, I was like, that's cool. Never going to go and see him at his own gig. But I get to see and hear the big songs live.
Totally, yeah. It's going to be awesome. Like, I don't want to complain about it. I'm like, it's sick. I'm seeing Joan Jett. That's going to be sick. I just also really want to see Sunny Day Real Estate.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably some cheap tickets going on Twickets, right?
Don't you worry. I've been looking.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll be on the way listening to like The Darkness or something like that at Iron Maiden. Like,
I hate The Darkness.
I'm not a fan. So where I am, I'm in like
he's such a twat. I'm sorry. Not to like someone on your channel that could maybe be a good contact. Who's the guy? What's his YouTube channel? What's his name?
Is it Justin Hawkins Rides Again or something?
Fuck you. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off. Fuck off. He's every time, my like partner loves watching this shit. Every time I hear his voice, I just hear him talk about shit. I'm just like, go off, fuck off. God, he pisses me off so much. Me and Justin Hawkins is beef.
So
anyway, sorry.
You're really on the fence about Justin Hawkins, I can tell.
Yeah, I just don't know how I feel. All opinions of mine are just opinions representative of Disloyal Order. And
no, I liked their first song when it came out. I was like, this is interesting. And then they kind of went a bit too much into what I'd say sounded like comedy music a little bit for me, a bit of a parody. And again, at that age, I was like, oh no, I don't like that. It's not cool.
Kind of like Steel Panther.
Yeah, and I don't mind when a band is out and out that, like Steel Panther. I will admit I like some of their stuff because they're just having fun with it. But the Darkness kind of felt a bit like, and I live in quite a small town, right? So like one of the biggest bands we've ever got through here is Skindred, right? And this was like Skindred 7 or 8 years ago, not Skindred today. And then the Darkness were playing literally 10 minutes from my house, and I didn't get a ticket to go. Like I was just like, so I'm kind of I'm allowing this Iron Maiden gig to go. Okay, this is your chance to try and change my mind. I just don't think I'm gonna do it. Like, not gonna happen. I mean, but yeah,
enjoy that.
Yeah, we'll
I've got nothing left to say.
Yeah, hopefully you get Sunny Day Real Estate on Saturday for a cheap Twickets ticket. So.
I'd love to.
Right, so we're here today, Rosie, as well to rank My Chemical Romance songs. So I feel like we've already had some hot takes and some opinions that we think people might not like, and some people might love. But I feel that this is really where it's really gonna come to its own. So what I've got, I went through the list of Spotify songs and took the top 28 most listened to My Chem songs, because I feel like we could have gone one of two routes. We could have gone with what are the best songs and potentially pull out like loads of really obscure tracks here, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But we're a podcast. We want to listen to some views on this as well. So we've got to bring out the big hits. So we've got the popular songs as well, which a lot of them are popular for a reason because they are great songs. So I've taken the top 28 songs and then I've gone through the rest of the list and kind of looked at the songs that are kind of just fallen down from that. And I've looked at ones that represent all of the albums. And I've created 4 little groups, 4 little pots. And in each of these pots, they have 4 songs. And your job is to pick one over the others.
Okay.
And whichever one you pick in each of them, that is going to go through to the main tournament.
I'm so stressed. Okay.
Right.
Guys, please don't hate me. I'm really nice, I swear.
I'm intrigued where this first one's going. So the first pot 1, The Light Behind Your Eyes.
Okay.
Summertime.
Okay.
The Jet Set Life Is Gonna Kill You. And Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough for the two of us.
Now, what if I told you that Summertime was my favourite song off Danger Days and the Jet Set Life was my favourite song off of Revenge and Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough is my favourite song off of Bullets? Why would you do this to me?
And
this is actually my chest just started hurting. I'm like, hold on, I need to calm down.
I'm not gonna lie. Pot 3 is the one that I thought was gonna be like the pot of death. I did not expect
this one's pretty bad.
Okay.
I think it's got to be between Summertime and Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough. I love Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough. I love Summertime. Oh my God, I'm actually gonna be sick. I think Summertime's great. It's maybe my favorite My Chem song of all time right now.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better than driving angry to Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough to the two of us. And I think I have to pick it.
Perfect. There we go.
I'm not happy about that. I'm ashamed. I want to watch this back and I'm going to have changed my mind. I'm going to be like, what an idiot.
You'll be like, why did I choose that? So for those songs, The Light Behind Your Eyes, I thought was decent, but I felt it could have been written by one of 10 different bands. Like it didn't sound My Chem. Summertime, what I said earlier about it being like really positive, optimistic. And then I looked into what it was about as well. And I was like, that is so cool. Like just a lovely song.
It's also quite sad sounding, I feel like. Like it is happy and optimistic, and then you like listen to it like a bit too much, and you're like, oh.
I hear that, yeah. The Jet Set Life, this is where maybe I'm controversial. I put really fun. It's probably not my favourite off the album. Really fun. The bit where it goes a bit auto-tune reminded me a bit of Muse. Yeah, and I don't mean that in a bad way either, but it was a bit like, and I wanted to kind of talk on that because again, that's where I'm like, these bands all around that time all feel like they were probably like influence each other in different ways.
Yeah,
My Chem can lean into an influence or take something and make it their own completely. But the amount of times I've listened to it, I've gone, is he using auto-tune there? Or is it just, it catches me every single time. And yeah, the amount of pills I'm taking counteracts the booze I'm drinking is a line. Like
hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so pot two. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I said to you off air that one of these 4 songs I would probably today put in my top 10 My Chem songs ever. And I'm not telling you which one, but the 4 songs are The Foundations of...
Sorry,
Yeah?
I actually feel sick. This is making me so stressed that I'm gonna like fucking jog on your top 10 songs.
I'm so glad you said to me beforehand, hey, if I get any kind of emotional feeling, just go with it.
Yeah,
just run with it. Because I'll be sitting here now going, oh shit, you like need to go get some water or something. Like
no,
I totally do.
But listen, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, right. Okay, the 4 that we've got are The Foundations of Decay. I've Never Told You What I Do for a Living. Vampire Money. And Blood.
I mean, let's be honest and start easy. Blood can go.
Yeah, I was going to say that it also contains probably one of my most meh songs, which is Blood.
I mean, like, really cute.
It's not really a song, but yeah.
It could go. Right. Foundations of Decay was a great, and I want to say comeback song, but it wasn't really a fucking comeback, was it? So let's not call it that.
No.
And I've said on the podcast before, it's like, you know, when people are like, oh, I remember where I was when 9/11 happened. I remember where I was when Princess Diana died. I remember where I was when Foundations of Decay dropped. I remember it so vividly. But it cannot go up against, you know what they do to guys like us in prison. It was that, right? You know what they do to guys like us in prison?
No, I never told you what I do for a living.
I never told you what I do for a living. Right. And Vampire Money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I never told you what I do for a living. And Vampire. That is I need to think about this. This is maybe the hardest. Listen, I do a lot of interviews. I ask people a lot of difficult questions. This might be the hardest question I've ever heard in my life. I love Vampire Money. I think it's a really good. It was like a closing track on Danger Days, right? And I think it's a really cool closing track. You kind of had like the Dr. Death outro, which is really fun and cool. But I also think I Never Told You What I Do for a Living also is a closing track. This is hard, man. I think the peanut cereal is better. I think. Oh my God, I actually can't think. I'm just gonna go with my instinct. I'm gonna say, oh no. No, I'm gonna be sick. This is actually, if anyone has like emetophobia, I'm not gonna be sick, by the way. I'm just stressed. I think I have to go with I Never Told You What I Do for a Living.
I'm locked in.
Oh,
there we go.
I'm sorry, that took me so long. We're literally on the second one.
No,
second bracket, and I'm
no, I love it.
Oh my God.
I love seeing the emotions that you're going through there because this is what music's about, right? So, Vampire Money, I've put Ballroom Blitz intro, Chuck Berry, The Ramones, Jerry Lee Lewis. Like, it's such a fun song that I've really come to enjoy. Never really knew the meaning behind the title. That made me laugh when I learned about it.
Yeah, it's like a big like Twilight slag off, right?
Fuck you, yeah. I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. I've put pretty good song. I said pretty good song. Pop punk of its era. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I'd say for me there was better songs. The Foundations of Decay. Now, that is the song that is probably in my top 10 of all time My Chem songs.
Well, listen, but I think it's great, but it doesn't feel like a My Chem song to me.
So for me, so there's a few bits that I like about this. I love that it built up really nicely. Like, it took about 45 seconds for a lyric to even be sung. And I love the way like his vocals are mixed in with it. I think that if it didn't have that, the way it was mixed into kind of the background a bit more, it wouldn't sound quite as impactful. Like, it sounds quite ethereal to me in a lot of ways.
Sure.
I spoke earlier about like obviously getting older and reflection and stuff like that, and that's where this one really. So there's a lyric that says, and so time with age it turns the page, let the flesh submit itself to gravity. Like that to me is like literally aging, life and death all summed up in like one set of lyrics to me. And yeah, it was just like
I really liked the lyric, like, he gets to die a saint, but she'll always be a whore. And the way it's delivered as well, I'm like, I'm in the car driving, and I'm like, let me crash this damn car.
Yeah, it's great. And then Drive Responsible. That's what this podcast is sponsored by. I also thought there was a bit about 9/11 in there as well. And so you mentioned, obviously, like, I remember where I was when these things happened. Like, I remember where I was when 9/11 happened. Like, it was. I remember. I realized that actually when I was. I thought I'm going to talk to you about this. I was like, you wouldn't have been born yet at that point. Like, but I
remember be like, I remember the Black Parade coming out, and I was like, oh,
yeah, must be nice. But no, like, I remember where I was when that happened, and I've also, I don't know if you've been, but I've been to the 9/11 memorial site.
Yes,
and like it's
in DC.
No, in New York.
Oh, I've been to one in DC at the Pentagon.
Yeah, I've not been to that one, but yeah, I've been to the one in New York, and where they've now built reflection pools around where the towers were, and it is the most sobering experience I've ever had in my life. Like, I went there and I couldn't speak for about an hour after leaving. Like, it was just, and like, you've got all these people like taking selfies and saying they don't look pretty in their selfies, and you're like, and then you hear lyrics like this and you think there used to be two massive towers here.
People.
And it's also weird to me, like, if that never happened, we're probably not sitting here talking about this now, right? Either. Like, it's so weird. But I liked how, like, kind of every minute of this song it changed up as well. So like, it's a 6-minute song that flies by for me.
It does fly by. You're right.
You've got like nearly a minute getting into it, a minute and a half getting like through the first verse and redoing it, but different lyrics every time, like you said as well. Then you've got like the 3-minute mark where it kind of goes into a bit of like a breakdown almost, like just this really prolonged heavy bit, and then again back into like the exit kind of verse before fading out. Like, and I love the way Gerard's vocals just sound like you're in a massive cathedral just singing. Like, it's they are mixed,
really mixed and mastered, really, like underneath the music.
And sometimes
the drums are like, so loud, which
you just like hear it coming in. Like, I can hear it now. It's such a good song. But yeah, that I just wanted to get that out there, that I love that song. Like, it's become a new. Well, hey, it's fine. Like, the other choices I gave you were impossible.
Great.
It was what was this? Right. So this was the one that I thought might have been the one, but I don't think it will be now. So you've got Boy Division, Vampires Will Never Hurt You, Hang 'Em High, and Destroyer.
Right. Hang 'Em High is the only skip on their entire discography. That can go.
Oh, interesting.
I can't get on board with that song. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just don't like. I genuinely can't even listen to it. And there's some Mike songs that I'm like, I don't like love, but I'll like listen to, and I'm like, yeah, it's great. Just can't listen to Hang 'Em High. So that could go. Right, we've got Destroyer.
Yep.
Boy Division.
And Vampires Will Never Hurt You.
Vampires Will Never Hurt You. Again, another one of my favourites off of Bullets. The best song off of Conventional Weapons. One of the top off Danger Days. This is tough. I'm a big Danger Days fan, as well as the comics, so I love Destroyer. I've got like the
oh, cool,
Phoenix Witch tattoo, so I'm like I'm like reading the comic, I'm listening to Destroyer, and I'm like, holy shit, it's great. Now, and am I impartial for a bit of Gerard Way moaning in a song? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plus point for Destroyer, right? Vampires Will Never Hurt You is great. I think that's like a Bullet staple. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's beating the other two songs. Maybe it could go, but I don't feel good about it. Someone get me to a doctor.
Also, if it helps, in the next and final part, there is actually 2 Bullet songs in there as well. So if that helps your thinking.
Then we'll Then we'll bin off.
Bin that one off.
We'll bin that one off. We'll bin off Vampires Will Never Hurt You. But listen, I'm sorry. Now, Boy Division is so good. So good. And if I don't hear it on Friday, I'm going to sue. But there are other good songs off of Conventional Weapons. I really like Ambulance. I really like Gun. What's my favorite out of the three? I think it is Boy Division. Destroyer, though. I'm gonna pick something.
That's gonna pick something.
I'm gonna pick Boy Division.
Nice.
I think it's great. I think it's fun. I don't think it's their best work. I don't think Destroyer is their best work. I think they're both fun. Honestly, they're like cousins, maybe.
Yeah, this was certainly the hardest group for me when I'm looking at them going, okay, because Boy Division, that is one that I'm newer to, because I'm more of an albums guy. So like when you get like EPs and singles, and I kind of don't always listen to them. So this was a newer one. I love the fact that like he literally just starts singing, and like you got like half a second, if that, of like just clean vocal, and then it was so cool. Like,
and the breakdown is so good.
Yeah, like I love the energy. I love the breakdown. Again, I love how positive he sounds, like how positive and bright the song sounds, and then you read the lyrics and go, "This is like absolutely not that at all." Like it's completely the opposite. Love it. Destroyer is up there as one of my favorite ever songs by Mike Evans. Like, I remember when this album came out, I would listen to that all like loads and loads. The beginning of it, as I'm like listening to it more and more now, reminds me a little bit about New Noise by Refused. So like that kind of like the intro that has. I also love the lyric, "You don't believe in God, I don't believe in luck." Like, and I think that's like a lyric that you can interpret in so many different ways.
Yeah.
But I also think like for anyone who's kind of like listening, going, "I want to take a chance on something. I want to go and do something." No one's gonna put you there. Luck isn't gonna. Well, I mean, luck will play a part in it, but luck can't play a part in it if you don't put yourself out there to do it in the first place.
Just still got to do it.
Yeah,
one day, day one.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that lyric. Cool. Right. Final one. Kill All Your Friends.
Okay.
The Kids from Yesterday.
All right.
Our Lady of Sorrows. And Skylines and Turnstiles.
Oh. No, I feel bad because I'm not picking The Kids from Yesterday, which means I don't think I've picked any Danger Days song.
No, you haven't. But they're quite
my favorite album.
They're quite well represented.
Yeah, no, very well represented. I think that's just maybe a me issue. We picked some tough ones. Lady of Sorrows is really good. What were the other Skylines and Turnstiles?
And Kill All Your Friends.
Listen, I know you like Kill All Your Friends.
It's not the one I put through from this group, though.
Yeah, I think it's
that's changed in the last couple of days as well, but it's not the one I put through. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of Kill All Your Friends.
God.
I think I'm going to get rid of The Kids from Yesterday. And it's between Skylines, Turnstiles, and Lady of Sorrows. I think Skylines and Turnstiles is good. Great, even. I'm a big hardcore and post-hardcore and post-emo girly, right? So maybe this is why I'm like locked in on Bullets all of a sudden. I feel like I've just put Bullets at the bottom of every list I've like said in this podcast. Now I'm like, yay, Bullets! I don't think Skyline and Turnstiles has the same like grit that I wanted. I think Our Lady of Sorrows is maybe the winner.
Yeah, nice. Our Lady of Sorrows, I really like. Again, I put really fun. It's got that pop punk breeziness that you like, but it's aggressive as well. The Kids from Yesterday, I thought was a pretty good. I love the line, "You only live forever in the lights you make." Again, really positive messages that I just think maybe at the time people weren't ready for or wanting in that kind of music. Kill All Your Friends starts off with a real sort of Pixies kind of vibe to it on the guitar. Love that. Again, for me, it was something that was kind of like, it's a lovely message of make time and space for the people in your life that you care about, no matter what you've got going on. Make that time and space, because you think you've got all this time with them, you might not. Or they might not have that time with you. But Skylines and Turnstiles were in my one, but I also understand that was from a more of a lyrical point of view, and actually sitting reading those lyrics was like, wow, this is this is heavy, but for a song that is that heavy, I'm probably going to contradict my earlier self here. I would have probably wanted the music to match that thematically a little bit more. So Our Lady of Sorrows, I think, is a worthy second round. Right.
Oh my goodness.
So there we go. We've now got the whole bracket complete, and you know what? I'm not going to tell you what else is in there. So like you're going to have to you're going to get this when it comes up, and I tell you what they are. Okay. So how this is going to work? I'm going to go and put this all into a tournament bracket now. The songs are going to be randomized completely, so there is no seeding. So we could get Sing versus Famous Last Words.
Okay.
We could also get Helena versus the Black Parade.
Okay.
So we could get anything here. So we ready to do the tournament? The what is the best My Chemical Romance song?
Listen, I'll tell you right now. It's no, I can't. I can't decide.
So here we go, Rosie. The tournament. Right. So how this is going to work is we're going to alternate picks. So every odd numbered pick you're going to do, Rosie. So we're going to start with you. You're going to have to choose between these two wonderful songs on screen. And we're going to go through each of these until we've knocked out 16 songs, which in itself feels like terrible. Like, how are we going to do that? And then we're going to go into the second round, and we're going to go all the way through until we get to the third place playoff and the final. So if you've got a song that you feel like someone's sitting on the fence about, why am I saying someone? It's just me. But if you've got a song that I feel you're sitting on the fence about or the other way, we can pitch to each other, we can talk, but ultimately it sits with you. I'm expecting we're both going to knock out some songs here that the other one probably would not want to be knocked out.
Fight.
And we're going to fight, yeah. Cool, right. So it's over to you. The World is Ugly versus Dead.
I mean, I feel like I've been given a great start. The World is Ugly isn't great. Not a great song. It's a good song. I like it. I liked it when I was maybe like 15. And I'm like, oh, this is so deep. But this is so... Listen, Dead, however, it's energetic. It's a great. I'm going to include it as an album opener because I always include The End and Dead together. I think it was like just an awesome start to like what will become like an incredible like genre changing album. Yeah, Dead, easy, guys. Maybe this isn't so hard.
Yeah, I would say Dead as well for me is that song. Like it's it's incredible. It's incredible. So, Bulletproof Heart. I never told you what I do for a living. Oh, this is this a tough one?
No. Like no.
I never told you what I was doing for a living. that is the choice here. That is the choice. Right. Give him hell, kid. It's not a fashion statement.
Give him hell, kid. Maybe the bigger of the two on Revenge. Does not make it better. Does not make it worse. Right. You could argue it's perhaps maybe a little overplayed, but there's a reason. It's a good song. It's not a fashion statement. Is really good. But I think what I like about Give 'Em Hell Kid is the little like I think only a few bands were like The Used does it a lot of its time. I'm trying to think of any others. No, the little like backing vocals, and it's just like you get little like sentences and sayings, and you're having like this kind of like it's painting the scene. You're like there, which I really like. There's no way I'm kissing that guy. Give 'Em Hell Kid.
Yeah,
I think it has to win. But hate.
Yeah.
It's not a fashion statement.
No, I mean, Give 'Em Hell Kid. I love the little sort of like what I refer to as the Tony Hawk's intro, like just the little bass line at the beginning. Yeah, the backing vocals and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Right. Okay.
Ooh. Good luck.
This is a tough one. what I really love about Thank You for the Venom is when you listen to it, so you can listen to it kind of on face value in terms of like, you just hear it and you hear the way Gerard sings it, sounds great, as he always does. But if you really pay attention to it, you can hear ever so slightly how he changes up either the pacing or slightly the way he sings, basically each line all the way through to like that chorus. And this is tough.
I'm glad I'm not you. Right?
I'm going for the song that I think I would go back and listen to more often. Boy Division for me.
I have to agree. I was getting nervous. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at you, whatever you picked, but Boy Division is so good.
Yeah,
it's like so good.
Yeah. And I think they've both got like really like, again, messages of like, again, you can kind of look at it and think this sounds like, well, maybe not so much in Thank You for Them, but in Boy Division, like, sounds really positive, but it's actually like this real like harrowing kind of undertone to what he's singing about. All right, your one. Now, I will say I've only listened to Demolition Lovers once, and
what did you think?
That was today for the first time ever. I thought it was good, but I feel like I need to listen to it more to fully appreciate it.
Now, it's tough. I think both of these songs, like, regardless of how they sound, culturally significant to my chem. Right? Our Lady of Sorrows, correct me if I'm wrong, is that not the one that's like cursed?
No, wasn't that Drown?
No. Oh, you're Drowning Lessons, you're right.
That's it, yeah.
But then Demolition Lovers was like the precursor of Three Cheers. So you got Demolition Lovers on the front, like it's kind of setting out a whole storyline.
Yeah.
Is it good enough? No. I think Our Lady of Sorrows is better. I don't think that's crazy.
I don't think that's crazy either.
I mean,
okay, I think this is one which on paper looks harder than it is. I think what I love about My Chem at their best is like the real theatre kid kind of vibes, right? And I love that. Like, I love that when Fall Out Boy lean into that. I love Iceland Kills. So I've got that theatre kid music side in me that I just love and really. And even with Bayside, like they do the same thing. But that's all over Mama, and like I'm listening to that song, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing like the really like jaunty kind of riff, like the dun, 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 like that sort of bit. I can hear the gang vocals at the end. You've got Liza Minnelli in there, like on the radio. Like there's certain songs I can listen to, and I can envisage watching it at the West End as a performance, and I can see how it all works. This is, if there's ever any My Chem song that I think nailed on that could do that, it's this one. And then you've got Cancer. So obviously, like,
I mean, hard hitter.
Yeah, hard hitter. It's a beautiful song for such a horrible topic.
These songs are also back to back on the album, which I think is crazy. Are they not?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so. I think they are. Because I think Cancer, it's like I Don't Love You, and then like House of Wolves or something, and then Cancer, and then Mama, and it's like a crazy switch out. Let me double check.
That is a run and a half, that isn't it?
I Don't Love You, House of Wolves, Cancer, Mama, which is like whiplash, like 4 songs in a row.
God. You've got the lyric, the hardest part of this is leaving you, like that. We were speaking about songs, and there's one you recommended to me, and you were like, this makes me cry, and I didn't even realize that this had that big an impact. But again, this morning, listening to that before I came on here, just to kind of refresh myself with these songs, I was just like almost in tears about it. It had a really lovely slow dynamic build, and then there's the bit at the end where he's like, that if you say like at the ending, it reminds me of the Beatles. It's got like a Beatles kind of vibe to it, like that kind of beat and tone to it, where you can hear where that then kind of leads into Mama, if that's after it. Like, that's actually a really good way of leading into it. I think for me, Cancer wins here. I will normally
really.
I will normally always
Whoa.
pick a theatre kid kind of song, normally over more of a ballad. But if a ballad is done that well, I think it will
I mean,
get through.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's
okay.
insane. But I understand Cancer. I honestly try and avoid listening to Cancer because I got OCD, so I don't need it in my mind, right?
Yeah, I hear that.
Because I remember when I first listened to it, I was like, holy shit, who the hell is listening to this? I have seen a lot of people, especially young people that have been diagnosed with cancer, who like I've listened to this song like on repeat. It's the only thing that makes me feel good, and I can't even fathom wanting to listen to that in that situation. But apparently, it's like a really
100%.
good like understanding. The way he wrote it was like really spot on or really resonate with people, and it just doesn't resonate with me, and that's kind of like okay.
Yeah,
Right,
I hear that.
Yeah, it's
Right.
for some people, and I'm so grateful. It's just not for me.
Well, this is for you.
This
is
is
How
for
I
me.
Disappear versus The End.
Now this feels like obvious, right? You're like, oh, the end, it's like an intro track. Listen,
It is, but it isn't. Like
great.
It's 2 minutes long almost, and there's full songs out there by the bands that are 2 minutes long. Like, and it's much more than just an intro. I would agree.
And I don't know if this is a controversial take. I think This Is How I Disappear is one of the weaker songs on the album. I think the thing that gives This Is How I Disappear points is I really like the breakdown. I like what Ray's doing, noodling on his guitar. I think the drums get really like heartbeaty, and yeah, the kind of like pace change at the breakdown where you're like, I like can't help but stank face it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get into it. But the end as an opener is so conceptually sound. Like having a song called The End at the start of your album,
Amazing,
starting
right?
it with like a heart monitor, like going
like that sound where you hear the heart monitor and you hear like the breathing apparatus. Like
it's one of the best album openers of all time, and I don't think that's crazy. I might be picking The End.
So I would have said before today, I'd have said you're crazy, because This Is How I Disappear is one of the 3 nostalgic songs for me that really got me into my chem. And then when I was trying to be a bit more objective, not go everything is S tier like up there, you go, this is probably weaker than the other 2 that I really like. And listening to The End again, it's like, oh, actually no, this is really well done. It isn't just an intro. Like it is a real proper song. The only thing that I really hate, and this is a problem with streaming services more than anything, is you can't like tack songs onto each other. So like this into Dead, Look Alive Sunshine, being tacked on. Yeah. And like even with Trivium, Trivium have got In Waves and they've got their opening track to that. Like I love to listen to them as 2 parts, but I also love a shuffle playlist. So like I can't ever have them on the it kind of goes, I can't do that.
Yeah, you wish you could just be like, oh, like when the end comes on, automatically
always automatically play
always
that,
follow it
because the way it crashes is like this really perfect kind of slow pace, and it just crashes through.
Yeah,
like I don't think that's controversial. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? For a minute, then I was like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have to answer this one." Then I realized this was my one. Okay. Oh, this might be the toughest one that I've got, because I felt in first round nothing was beating I Don't Love You, and in fact, when I put Cancer through, I was like, the slow song that would beat that for me is I Don't Love You. However, as we were
talking about Planetary yesterday,
I have become a Planetary Go like super fan in the last couple of days. Now it's a song that I've always liked, but recently has grew on me a little bit. So so let's talk about what I like about both of them. Planetary Go, I love like the jauntiness of it. The beginning reminds me a little bit of WAMS by Fall Out Boy. Like it's got that kind of little bit at the beginning. The initial vocal line that Gerard does, it reminds me a little bit of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Like he's got this really cool, like like just kind of the way he sings the lyrics again, just
not
showing
whispering it, but
yeah, like just that kind of and then it kind of goes like that, which you kind of expect to be like slower, and then it just bounces into an amazing like electronic groove. I love the way he sings, "Ladies and gentlemen, truth is now acceptable." Like that is such a cool, such a just really cool line there. Like and then he said, "I can't stop now because I'm dancing," and that's what I think that's something that really like sums up this album as well. It's like just the how positive it sounds and like the enjoyability of like you don't have to like get really depressed listening to this album. And then so then if we're talking about not getting depressed, I Don't Love You, which oh my god, like is a gut punch. The bit that I probably sing more than any part of any My Chem song ever is when he does the "So fix your eyes and get up." And he goes, "And baby, get up." That bit. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the right before the last chorus during the bridge when he's like, "Do you have the guts to say?" The way he says guts.
Yeah. I'm like, he's such a master of like taking words. Like him and Patrick Stump like make words that you never knew existed anymore. But like I love the way he sings that. Oh, done. Planetary Go.
I don't think that's crazy.
I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Right.
Oh my god, I'm getting real stressed.
I think this one might kill you.
Okay. No, I'm all right.
Good.
I'm okay. Now, and I don't want to answer this too quick because I don't want to piss people off. But The Ghost of You Can Go. I don't know if maybe this is unfair. I think if I'm looking at it objectively, maybe it's just a song I have heard a lot.
Yeah, I can understand
that. Always on Kerrang! It's always in like alternative club culture. It's always like I'm seeing it. Maybe I've heard it a lot. Disenchanted, again, I said it was like a song that was always like a skip for me back in the day, and then like I say recently, I guess like past 6 years got really into. Maybe I've just heard it less, so I like it more. But I really, 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 really like Disenchanted, and I don't think it would be correct, but I don't think it would be crazy for me to say it's one of my favorite songs off of the Black Parade, maybe. So Disenchanted. Listen, I'm sorry that didn't take me long.
Hey, no.
The Ghost of You is great. I just always skip it. I'm just sick of hearing it. I don't know.
And that will come into play with a few songs, I'm sure. Like there are songs like that. Like I had that with the Foo Fighters for Everlong. Like everyone loves that song. I'm like,
sick of hearing it.
I'm sick of hearing it. I played it on Guitar Hero loads. But then I saw them live for the first time a couple of years ago, and I was like, okay, it's giving me a new lease on life for me. Yeah.
It's kind of me with like Sugar We're Going Down. I'll never have to hear that song ever again. Like that is like overplayed. I don't need to hear it.
Yeah. I'd have probably gone with the same as you on this one. I love the never coming home parts of the lyrics. I thought it sounded very Incubus and like a really cool kind of song, but it's probably one of the ones that for me was just like, there's songs I like better. Disenchanted. I mean, I said everything about that one earlier. I like the lyrics I liked on that one, like beautiful song. I fear that I might have got one of the easiest draws possible next.
Oh, banger. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, do you not? Okay. So, you make your case then? Make your case.
My case is Nana as an opening track, if we're including, the intro, is just like high energy. It perfectly sets the scene for the album and the concept, both lyrically and thematically and sonically. Like it's just like I'm there. I've got my like laser blasters. I'm in the back of a damn 1978 Trans Am with Frank Ayer. Love it, and I'm like speeding down the damn road in the desert. I love No. I don't think I'll ever get sick of this song. I think it's great. To the End is a banger in a whole separate way. It's like classic emo banger, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a good belter. I think it's a good like listen to like party song. If you got loads of emo friends over, I mean, not like generally party song. I think this is like tough. They're both good in like completely different ways.
Yeah, I hear you.
Listen, I'd love to hear what you think.
Could you imagine having a proper playlist, proper party playlist where you've got like Kesha and Pitbull, and you've got To the End in the middle of that? Like,
mate, come to my house.
Just confuse some people.
Come to New Year's. You need to come to New Year's. That's all it is. You know what's great? On New Year's Eve, we do. You know, you get your Spotify Wrapped playlist.
Yeah.
Everyone that's coming, we just stick everyone's Spotify Wrapped playlist in one big playlist, and we're like, no one can skip anything. Shuffle it, and sometimes it's just like the weirdest crap ever.
That's a really fun way to do it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. So To the End, like I said earlier, maybe controversially, I thought, yeah, pretty decent. Like that's kind of where I was at. But I think that I might have that like nostalgia for Na Na Na. Like I remember having Kerrang on and that music video popping up for the first time. Like, what is this?
So good,
and I'm like, My Chem, and it's colourful, and it's this, and it's this, and it's pop, and like everything about it just got appealed to the pop sensibilities that I love in music as well. And I've always like, I know people like really shit on pop music, but it's like good music is good music regardless of what it is, and the way that they meld it is so nice. With like some of the intro track as well, which I am including as part of this. Yeah, I know. I've talked myself into. I know what we're going with here.
Yeah, I think that's really great. I don't think it's as easy as you said it was, but I think it. Yeah, I think it still clears it.
Right. Okay. Let's see what you make of this one.
Ooh. Now I feel like I've got the same issue as I had before. Heard I'm Not Okay a lot, but it's one of the more tolerable, repetitive, popular songs, I think.
Yeah.
Like I've heard it a lot. I don't skip it. I'm still like, oh, I love I'm Not Okay. It's great. And I think I should vote for I'm Not Okay because in every aspect, it is a better song. It is a catchier song. The music video is great. But The Sharpest Lives was my favorite My Chem song for years. Okay. I don't think I can forget about that. And again, like I said before, Gerard Way moaning. What's not to like? I like a good Gerard Way moan. And I also love, I think lyrically, The Sharpest Lives, like the Romeo and Juliet twist. It's like lather the hands on your blood, Romeo. That whole like second verse, I just think it's like really the picture he's painting. I like the use of like the delivery on the words, the like blow me a kiss. Yeah. I'm like, haha, hilarious. I feel really bad not voting I'm Not Okay through. It's a good song. And I also don't want to sound like one of those people that's like, oh my God, it's popular, so it's bad. No, I think I'm Not Okay is great.
Yeah.
I think it would win against a lot of the songs we've seen so far. I just think The Sharpest Lives is banger. It just is banger.
And that's it, right? Like when you're talking about songs and saying like it's just overplayed and repetitive, doesn't mean that when you're at Wembley watching them, you're not going to be belting that out, right? You're going to be there belting like 100%. The thing that I found, right, so The Sharpest Lives, I'm going to put that one through, is the song that I think when I speak to My Chem fans, I never hear them mention. And I think because of that, like, in fact, you're the first person I've ever had a conversation about My Chem that has been like, this is a really fucking great song. Like,
I love it.
I think people really overlook it. Like, I love the bit at the beginning where it's like dun 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 dun. I just like that is a great start to a song. I love that Gerard's singing, and then you've got like him singing away, but there's no drums, and then the drums come in a little bit later, and like you're starting this real build up to like this big song.
I also love that they kind of go back to what they used to do with Bullets, where it's like you've got like Gerard singing in one ear, and in the other you got a backing vocal of just like really underneath whispering.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yes, we're so back. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a really good song.
Okay. You know what they do to guys like us in prison versus Sing.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is tough.
This one's tough. Yeah. So, you know what they do to guys like us in prison. I feel it's got like everything I said earlier that I like show tunes theatre kind of aspect. Like there's a lot of that jauntiness in it. It's a great fun song. Sing, I think, is a song which is probably more, when you kind of like take that theatre side out, probably more of a commercial song in that way, and like it doesn't quite sound like. But I think the chorus is huge, and I think the things that I like, I really, for whatever, it resonates with me, hugely resonates with me, and it always has. But is this a scenario, what we were speaking about earlier, where I really like it and it really connects with me, but it's probably not the better of two songs?
I think Sing, I truly, maybe, like, it sounds good. I don't love it. I think it's paced a bit weird where it's placed in the album.
Okay, yeah.
I think if it was somewhere else in the album, maybe I'd like it more. But because I kind of just like listen to albums front to back, I'm always like, oh, I got this song again after I'm like full high energy. But I think, I don't love it. I would maybe say it's the weakest on Danger Days. How if it didn't have that bloody bridge. Oh my God, it's amazing. The bridge of Sing makes up for everything that I'm kind of like meh about it. And I'll listen to the whole song just to be like, let's go bridge, let's go bridge. Top 3 bridges, Golden State, London, Sing. Love it.
I do think, however, it's getting knocked out at this point in the tournament. As much, I think there's also nostalgia there for me. Like, this came out at a time when, again, I'd been driving around, summertime. Great song to just like, again, the positivity kind of the sound and the brightness of the sound of the music. But yeah, it's
I think you're right. I also love the Burt McCracken feature in Not the Digicats Like Us in Prison, I think. And listen, I love Burt McCracken so much. So
he's the Used, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
So I've got kind of a thing. I've been to a concert of the Used and I've never seen them. So they were a band that I just never really gravitated towards all that much when I was younger, and I really love Marmozets. So I was planning a trip to New York, and Marmozets were playing as a support to the Used and Every Time I Die, who were co-headliner, and I'd never managed to get to see the Marmozets here at all. So I was planning my my holiday to New York for around April. I saw they were playing, so I literally booked my holiday around the dates they were playing. So I bought a ticket to this gig. I went and saw Marmozets, and then never saw Every Time I Die or the Used afterwards. And just went and enjoyed my life afterwards.
No,
you're
missing out.
Yeah,
I mean, the Used crowd was rough. I saw them in London at a semi-intimate show this year, and the crowd crush was crazy. I had to get like an ice pack for my nose. I was kicked in the face for a few times, and by the 5th time, I was like, I need to get out of here. And then I was with my partner, and this girl in front of him had her hand up and then back and hooked her fingers in his nostrils and then just like pulled like that. And he was like pulling his face forward. And he was like, oh my God, my nose is bleeding. And she kept doing it. Her fingers like kept getting stuck, like her nails getting stuck in his nostrils. And she just yanked his head forward. And he was like, I actually don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
So, listen, that's your warning. That's what you missed out on.
Stand at the back of the crowd, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Right. Next one for you.
Oh, okay. Now this is hard, not because they're not bad and they're not the best by any means. I think this is like these are 2 very solid, just like good songs, and I'm like, Cemetery Drive, I think is awesome. I love the way Gerard Way is like, he's like really playing a character when he's like delivering the lyrics on this. He's got the little like accents going on. I think it's really fun. But Famous Last Words as a closer, I've spoken about the closers of every other album so far on this, but not yet the Black Parade. It is the moment. It is maybe the perfect anthemic closer, especially to an album as like massive as the Black Parade. The music video is sick. It feels really like community based. I think Cemetery Drive's great. I don't think there's many songs that would go against Famous Last Words that's thematically or like structurally as good as it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have much more to say on that.
I hear that. So Cemetery Drive, I kind of echo a lot what you said. I love the use of dynamics and how his voice sounds and kind of the roots he goes down with it. Famous Last Words, that was the song that I couldn't remember from the Guitar Hero pack that got released. So I had that level of, oh my God, this is cool. And like again, listen to the lyrics in context of it being the album closer, and this almost like he runs the gamut of everything that he's gone through on this journey to get to there at this end point. And it's kind of a like, I'm just as happy to stay here with you, but I'm also accepting of where I can go, and I can go home. I love it. Famous Last Words it is.
It has to be. It has to be.
Okay, so I've got one coming up that I think this will get the most hate in the comments potentially.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that's you, dude. I'm so glad that's you.
I've said earlier about ones that were the easiest one. Nah, this is the easiest one for me. Easily the easiest one. It's Helena. It has to be Helena. Teenagers is the most listened to song on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, it clears by, I think it was like 1.8 billion or something like that listens. Like it's huge. Yeah. And I think the reason is because you've got a lot of angsty teenagers growing up going, oh my God, this speaks for me. And I know that when this came out, I was like, this is pretty cool. I like this. But it's actually, compared to a lot of what Mike can do, really basic in terms of song structure. Gerard performs it in a really great way. Is this going to be my Everlong, that when I hear it live being performed might unlock something where I appreciate it a bit more? I don't know. I'm hoping it does, but no, okay.
I think this is where you get some water.
Yeah, okay. So it's kind of one that, and then you add in the overplayed aspect to that as well, where I'm like, I'd like to.
I think this is tough because I think Helena is also overplayed, and I don't really listen to it these days. I don't listen to either of these songs these days.
Yeah, and I think
fine, but...
and I think that aspect of if both are overplayed, which is one I'm more likely to go to, and I know which one I go to more often than not, and I hate teenagers. So boom, that goes through. Right.
Oh no!
That is a choice and a half.
No! I'm gonna get death threats. Don't. No. No. Oh, okay. Right. Obviously, Welcome to the Black Parade is a better song. It's a crazy single. It's what like really put them on the map in culture. It's great. It's long. It's great. House of Wolves is better. Maybe Welcome to the Black Parade is overplayed. I'm sick of hearing it. It's definitely a long one to be overplayed as well. House of Wolves is so fun. S-I-N. Let me get on board. Love it. It's fun. It's quick. It feels like it's over in like 30 seconds. And there's a period of my life where like my favorite two songs were House of Wolves by Mike M and House of Wolves by Bring Me the Horizon. And I was like, let's go. And listen, I should pick Welcome to the Black Parade. I know I should. It is a better song. It's a better song. It is a better song. I never listen to it these days. I'm gonna get death threat left, right, and
so I'm gonna pitch in before you say, because obviously I can see you're working out there. I enjoy Welcome to the Black Parade. I think it's a great song. Again, we talk about influences. You can hear how like they borrow from stuff like Queen and stuff like that, and really again make it big anthemic, and like you've got this huge build up, and you hear like the guitar just wailing down and like into the riff from there, and it picks up the pace. It is so cool. But that is a theatre kid song, right? However, if we are going, what I've said earlier, I like about theatre kid songs, House of Wolves might be more theatre kid than Welcome to Black Parade.
It's
like
really good.
It is an outstanding song that, again, I think is a little bit slept on by some people, and then the people who know their shit like really love this. Like you said there, the SIN, like that is cool.
I love the like all the instruments dropping out. The like, and I have because I never gonna leave you alone. Don't. I'm like, what a choice!
Yeah.
What a choice!
I love the lyric when I think we're gonna burn in hell. Everybody burn the house right down. Like the way that then kicks into the tell me I'm an angel. Like all of that. Like I love all of that.
So
like tell me I'm a bad man. Like love all of that. I saw some comment on this, right? Because in preparation for this over the last couple of weeks, I've gone and watched some videos. I wanted to take some points of view from other people, and I saw perhaps the worst My Chemical Romance take I've ever seen on this. Someone said this feels like it could have been written by anyone. Fuck off. There's only, for me, the only band I think could have come close to writing this similar to how it's written is Fall Out Boy, and I think even they would have struggled like
Green
this.
Day?
Maybe. I think both, but I think both. While both of the bands could manage the instrumentation of it, I don't think they could pull off the theatric atmosphere. Yeah, I don't think this is.
Oh, this one's made me nervous.
So dare I ask, what one are you going with?
I'm going with House of Wolves. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Right. Okay. Honey, This Mirror and Sleep.
I'm so glad this isn't mine.
So, I think both are great tracks. Again, there's a lot of, and it's to be expected, there's a lot of slower tracks on Black Parade because given the subject matter. But I think the way Gerard deals with it and performs them, like they all really get to stand out. That's what I really love about them. But I also feel when you've got all these songs that there's other songs on this album that do it better than Sleep does. I love the early rawness of Honey, This Mirror and Big Enough for the Two of Us. And do I think either of these songs are making it past the next round? No, I don't. So let's throw some love to bullets.
I think Sleep sucks.
Do you? Interesting.
People really don't enjoy this opinion. I like it. And then I listened to, you know, when they did the Black Parade, the 15-year anniversary, they got loads of bands to cover the Black Parade. I can't remember who did Sleep. It is like they maybe should have originally done it. It's better.
Interesting. Okay.
And that might be the most controversial opinion so far.
I'll need to give it a listen. I didn't recall it, but I'll give it a listen and see what it's like. But yeah, it's one. While, but... I think if that was on an album that didn't have I Don't Love You and didn't have Cancer, I think it would have had more impact. But I think it's overshadowed by both.
Yeah, and I totally think if it was maybe earlier in the album, I'd like it a bit more.
Yeah,
but it feels like a filler with how late it is. Kind of maybe how I felt with Disenchanted back in the day, like the two of them. I was like, oh, it feels like you're just trying to like make an album. Yeah. If they're placed differently, I might be more on board. But now, is this mine?
We're now into round 2. So we're starting with you. Dead versus I've Never Told You What I Do for a Living.
It's tough. This is tough. I think I really like I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. And I'm deciding what that means and where I'm going to continue that thought. I think I'm probably going to end up picking that. But I'm like thinking through my options. Dead is really good. Like really good. But there's something about a good album closer that I just really like. I like it. I think maybe I'm more of an album closer than an album opener. Also, isn't it? Wait, sorry, mental, not including the end. These songs are like back to back. Crazy. If you think about it. I think, I think maybe I prefer a more impactful album closer than I do an impactful album opener. And I think I Never Told You What I Do for a Living does album closing not better than Dead does album opening, but I hear that.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to pick that.
I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. There we go. So it's interesting because the way I'd have probably gone with Dead, but I'm looking at from more of a nostalgic point of view for me. I'm
Sure.
also looking at it as someone that nowadays will take various songs off playlists and put them all together unless I know I'm going to an album only gig. So
Hmm.
the impactfulness of an album closer or an album opener maybe isn't the same for me now as what it used to be. But
Mm.
I totally get what you mean. Like if you think of great art, great TV shows, how often is it that you go, oh, when we get to the ending needs to land. Like we need to land the ending. And if you've
Yeah.
got that with an album, that has to be the same. You can't let it go out on a whimper. It has to have a great track to close it. So I wouldn't have picked it, but I don't think it's a controversial reason for picking
I'm
what you
so
picked.
sorry.
So hey, it's all good. We've got some great tracks in here, and that's the problem. Like there is,
Yeah, this is gonna get tough.
it's not like
I'm
they're the
getting
only
warm.
two. Okay,
This is tough.
this one for me, it's tough, but I know my tastes and I know what I like, and I know where I'm going to go with this, and I'm going with Boy Division.
I agree. I mean, I think it's tough. I've got to agree.
It is cool, and like I said earlier, like there's the way the guitars like have this like in Given Hell have this like woo woo kind of sound, like just it's a real attack of the senses in a great way. But Boy Division just like distills all the energy it's got into such a really impactful little track. Yeah, and again that one might be like 3 or 4 minutes, but I feel it was like a 2-minute track. Like it feels so quick. Okay, here's your next one.
What a bummer. I mean, so you had Cancer and I Don't Love You in the last bracket. And I disagreed with your pick, so I think I would have picked I Don't Love You. If this was Our Lady of Sorrows and I Don't Love You, I think I'd be having a harder time. And I'm going to pick Our Lady of Sorrows for the reasons stated before. I just can't. Cancer's not for me. It wasn't written for me. It's great within the storyline of the album, but generally I will skip it because I'm not trying to be that bummed out, right?
Yeah, that's it. There's getting emotional in your feels, and then there's Cancer. Yeah, I hear you.
But I feel sad that we're losing some of our ballads here.
Yeah,
it wasn't Cancer and I Don't Love You that were next to each other. Actually, I can't even remember what it was.
See, actually, what I thought it was
Cancer and
Mama.
Yeah. If it was Mama would have won. Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. Right, the next one for me. Oh, this is a tough one. I couldn't have any more two like diametrically opposed songs if possible.
I'm so excited. Okay, right.
So we're either talking about The End of Your Life Is to Come or a bop. Ooh, I spoke about my love for both of these and the appreciation for both and what they bring. Planetary Go is that, like I said, you can hear how it's influenced a range of artists like since its release. You can hear how it takes like those really big pop moments. You can hear the messages it's delivering, the fact that it's not just fun, jaunty, here's a great time. Like there's messages there to be said. The end, like it's the curtain call before the show goes on, right? You've got that. You've got to have it deliver and really set the scene. And you mentioned about Dead being like the proper opening track. If that is the proper opener, this is the prequel to what's to come. And when you hear the heart monitor and the breathing apparatus at the beginning, it's like, fuck. Like, this is gut punch already. Like, what is this? I'm going with The End. I think I've been slightly swayed a little bit by what you've said there about the way certain songs open an album, and I think that the album that was to come, like when they put Welcome to the Black Parade on for the first time, people didn't know what was to come in that album. Right? Obviously, you've heard the single, but you didn't know what the theme or the whole story or the journey was. So you're taking that in real time. That has got a job to set all that before. Like
it does smash it.
It's when you go to a gig and like you get on, you're really hyped for the band and support acts have got you in a really good place. And their band put on like one of the more mellow songs to start with, or conversely to that, when I went to see Jimmy Eat World and they literally like started with Bleed American, right? And you're like ready for it straight away.
Yeah.
Like you've got to have something to set the scene.
Yeah.
Very different types of
Yeah.
songs, but this sets the scene so well. Okay.
I think that's pretty. Oh, what?
Right.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Disenchanted versus Na 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 Na.
Now, oh my god. So they both have very different purposes within their respective albums. This is tough. Is it? Is it tough? I'm overthinking it. This ain't tough. Yeah, maybe this isn't tough. Disenchanted is great. I'm looking at Na 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 right now. That's like the moment. All of it's great. And we were just talking about setting the scene with the end. That's perfect. Maybe it's not as hard as I think. I love Disenchanted. I think I'm just getting upset because I feel like I'm on what is it, Sophie's Choice?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like giving away my baby. Disenchanted. And I'm like, dropping it in a hole and then burying it.
But I mean, like I said, it would have been much harder, I think, much easier if maybe those songs like wasn't as strong as Disenchanted is, but actually it is one of those really, really strong songs.
It just is really good, yeah. I think it's got to be Na Na Na, right? It has to be. I don't feel happy about it.
That would be my pick of the two. But I think I
think it's correct. Yeah, I feel good about the decision. I do just feel like I've like given away my baby, Disenchanted, to some stranger.
Okay, The Sharpest Lives versus You Know What They Do to Guys Like Us in Prison.
Oh, that's hard. I think that's harder.
Both very great tracks. Again, the jauntiness and upbeat show tune element of You Know What They Do to Guys Like Us in Prison, combined with some of the grit that it's got in there as well, is a lovely combination. The Sharpest Lives spoke out about everything I really love on that, and I just really love the beginning of that. It's one of my favorite beginnings of any song. Like as soon as you hear it, like dun, 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 you're just ready for it. I think it's a beautiful way of telling a story about something as kind of like tragic as addiction is as well.
Oh yeah,
I'm going with The Sharpest Lives.
I don't think that's crazy. I think that's tough. I don't know if I would have been able to answer that.
Yeah, right. Well, your one up to answer is,
and this feels easy. Yeah. I think I've got it off quite good. What were you going to say?
I think this might be more difficult for me than it is for you.
Sure. Again, I think I like Helena. I'm like a little sick of hearing it. I think I need to pick Famous Last Words. Again, album closers. Holy shit. My voice breaking over it. I love an album closer. Famous Last Words is just like incredible. Helena's great. And Helena's an album opener, right? Right? Yeah. And I'm scared. That's why I don't give my opinions on the internet. I don't think Helena's a good album opener. I think it's actually a shit album opener. I think it should have been mid-album.
Out of interest, what would you have had opening instead?
Like of the singles or just any song on the album?
Any song on the album. What would you have put in front?
Okay. That's a good question. Let me have a look. Maybe... I don't think Give 'Em Hell Kid's a crazy album because I feel like you got Helena and then Give 'Em Hell Kid, and it feels like Helena's like I'm all stuck. You listen to Helena and they're like, "Oh, this is the single you heard," and then Give 'Em Hell Kid starts and they're like, "And this is the album."
Yeah, I think
maybe Give 'Em Hell Kid as a start is good, and then stick Helena right before the interlude after the Jet Set Life Is Gonna Kill You.
I don't think hear how that works. because you've got on Conspiracy of One by The Offspring, you've got Come Out Swinging, so they do like little intro voiceover and then very similar start where it's like a very like bassy kind of little run before it kicks in, and that works super well.
And I think the like isolated vocals at the start of the album, I think is a good choice. I just feel like Helena, maybe it's just overplayed and I'm being way too harsh on it. I think so. I'm picking Famous Last Words.
That's not the route I thought you were going when I said that you would have a bit of an easier decision. That's where I would have gone. Even as someone who maybe didn't overplay Helena as much at that time, and I still love the song. It's one of those songs that seems to bypass the overplayedness for me. Like there's certain songs that do that for me, where it doesn't matter how many times I've heard it, I still love it. I just enjoy Famous Last Words more.
Sure.
All right. And this is my last one for the round. I think this is an easier one for me. I know because of the way this is looking in screen that it's going to drop out of frame for a second, so you're going to get that anticipation about what have I picked. House of Wolves.
Yeah. Not crazy. I think that's great. I mean, I'm sad that this mirror isn't big enough has to go, but I get it.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's just run its course compared to House of Wolves. Everything on that debut album that I've listened to, and I appreciate everything about it, is that hearing how they've got to here, but how House of Wolves is here, and that's where it kind of it wins over there. So, okay,
that's maybe correct. Have we only picked? Listen, and I know we're going to the Long Live the Black Parade tour. Have we only picked songs from the Black Parade? No, we've got some.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, no, we have got some.
Your first choice. So I'm not gonna go into too much. I can see them all here. The first choice doesn't have any Black Parade songs on.
Whoa.
The second one does, but also features a song on Bullets. Black Parade versus Danger Days.
Okay.
And we've only got one round in this next round contains Black Parade versus Black Parade.
Okay.
So we've actually got...
In my head, we were going through that, and I was like, I feel like we're just picking Black Parade songs. And I was do you know
what we have done there?
My favorite album.
No, I don't think we have. I think I was talking shit. Just let me check.
Got one from every album. I think we do.
I think we've got one. Yeah, we have got one from every album. Yeah. So like, how cool is that we got to this stage where
that's awesome.
Every album is represented. Let's ruin it. Right. Okay. This is your first one coming up. I never told you what I do for a living versus Boy Division.
I mean, listen, all this 10 minutes of me yapping on about album closures, I'm picking Boy Division.
Yeah.
Like, an album closer ain't got shit on the breakdown in Boy Division.
It's fantastic. I would agree. Our Lady of Sorrows versus The End for me.
That's tough.
Everything I said about the strength of what The End does as an opening track is obviously setting the scene for everything that's to come up. Our Lady of Sorrows is one of those tracks that I feel really represents what My Chem were and what was to come. So in some ways you could say was setting up what was to come in their career. And I think for that reason I'm picking it.
Whoa. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going back on ourselves so much.
But yeah, we are.
No,
I
get it.
Yeah. Oh, you're making me chew between my kids.
Okay. I feel like I'm just going to not overthink it. Oh, I am going to overthink it.
Na versus The Sharpest Lives.
I think it has to be Na. Right? Sharpest Lives is great. I do love it. It's got to be Na. It's so good. What about you?
It's like we said, it's maybe more direct and to the point than Sharpest Lives is. But when you're doing it more direct and to the point that way. And then one thing that I don't think I've commented on is the fucking solo in there as well. Like, it's just
yeah,
like that is just incredible. Like, you got that pace, but no, let's just have time for a fucking kick-ass solo in there as well. And then get back to it.
Totally.
Oh,
come on, bro. Don't overthink it.
Where am I going between Famous Last Words and House of Wolves? Where am I going? This is a tough one. The bit that I didn't mention earlier I really like as well is the way again Gerard mixes up his vocals and he does the rashes to ashes. I'm not going to try and do it. I can't roll.
I can't roll my ass.
I can't roll my ass either. Yeah, it's terrible. I go to Spain. I can't do it at all. Famous Last Words. I almost clicked House of Wolves. Yeah, I there was no good outcome there for me. I'm letting a great song go either way. Okay. Right. So we're now down to...
We're like moving. Oh my God.
We are on the semi-finals.
Oh my God.
So we've got semi-finals, third round, and then the winner.
Okay.
So for you, your semi-final is...
I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to answer as soon as I see maybe Boy Division.
Boy Division over Our Lady of Sorrows. I can see that.
Yeah.
100% I can see that. I'm going to try and take a leaf out your book and do the same thing. Let's get this on screen. Where is it?
I feel like it's the only way. What does your conscience...
My conscience says nah.
I agree.
Yeah. So then we come down to third place playoff.
Oh my God.
Our Lady of Sorrows versus Famous Last Words.
Famous Last Words.
Yeah, I would agree. Interesting to note as well, at that point, we knocked out 3 Cheers. 3 Cheers didn't feature in the semis. Yeah, which actually I was quite surprised by. Right.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, that's made me start crying.
Here's our finale. Boy Division versus Na. And...
She really upset me. I told you.
I'm so glad you told me. If I cry, don't worry, because I'd be sitting there going, "Oh my God!"
I've woken up on the wrong side of bed today. I'm really emotional. I cried. Don't worry about it. I cried in Asda the other day because I lost my friends. I felt 5 years old again. That's kind of where I'm at.
This
it's
finale.
Really sad we've knocked out 3 Cheers.
I'm surprised by the 2 final ones we've got. Not because I don't feel that they deserve to be there. I thought we'd have probably made a case for other songs more and went, this one needs to go over there.
It just depends who they're up against, right? Like,
I mean, let's look at the route to the final then, right? So Boy Division, where did that start? That beat Thank You for the Venom.
Oh, now I'm thinking about it. Should that have beat Thank You for the Venom? Yeah, no, it is better. It is good.
And I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. And then Na. I mean, where did that come in? That beat To the End, Disenchanted, and The Sharpest Life. So great songs that they've been up against. Let me get us back on screen.
They've been up against some
But I think this is...
songs.
I find this really interesting because I think if you've got a couple of songs, like there's a lot of songs on the My Chem discography that you can go, this feels like it's similar to this. If there's 2 songs that I feel sound, in terms of the way they're performed and played, could be very similar in a lot of ways, it's these 2. Like they've got a very similar pop, forward, quite high energy element to them, both instrumentally and vocally. Which one are you listening to more over the other though? I think I know what mine would be. And
what would yours be?
So I'm just going to state here, the way that we're doing this is we can't just pick one and go and then be in a deadlock, right? Because nobody likes when you have 2 joint winners. Like we're not about participation trophies here. So if we can't agree on a consensus, Rosie's pick wins. I think.
I know what I want to say. Do we just do it on 3?
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Boy Division.
Boy Division.
We agreed.
Thank God, because I would have felt so bad.
Oh my god, no! I think look, either of those winning would have been
fine,
would
right?
have been absolutely fine because they're both.
I think any of these
songs
winning would have been great.
Yeah, they would have absolutely been great. But the fact that like we've managed to agree on it is.
Oh my gosh, that was.
So our official top 4, which coming to this, would I have said this would have been our top 4? I don't know, but Boy Division, Na 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 Na, Famous Last Words, and Our Lady of Sorrows.
I would not have clocked that as our top 4 at all.
Definitely not.
There's a really weird pause in there. I've been up here for it.
Yeah, that's why we do this, right? Well, we don't just if we did this by doing seeding in a normal way, you'd have had that parade we've gone through here, and I like that you can just have any song against any song and let it stand on its own merits, like not just reputation. So there we go. That was the tournament, Rosie. Thank you so much for your time. Like I know before I was like, how long have you got? I'm a yapper, and I feel like we're both just yapped for literally. It's been so much fun. Before we finish up, one thing that I want to ask all my guests that I have on here is creative recommendations. So any books, TV, albums. I feel like if we've got a podcast here about creative endeavors, let's push more onto people.
Yeah. What have I been consuming recently? I've recently been listening to an audiobook called The Passengers, which I'm going to start a little book club with me and my friends, which is really cool. It's about like self-driving cars, and you follow like 8 people's lives, and you have to decide who's worthy of living out of the 8 people because the self-driving cars are getting hacked. It's really like you want to cover the story. It's like a mystery. It's great. Yeah, that's what I'm reading at the moment. We're making our way through Interview with the Vampire, the Anne Rice series on Netflix, not the film. Great, love it. If you like vampires, I know you said you're a bit sick of vampires. Maybe give it a year. And then
if it's good vampires, we'll go with it. But I've literally just taken down your recommendation for The Passengers. That sounds like right up my street.
Hell yeah.
Love a good mystery book.
I haven't been watching a lot of films these days. I still need to watch the Minions movie. So maybe future me will be like Minions movie. And albums. I mean, there's so many. I'm really getting to my like summer vibes right now. So The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still by Hot Mulligan has like creeped out of the woodwork now the sun's out. There's a local band in Birmingham called Vienna, Vienna the band, not the place. And they have an album called For Friends, an EP called For Friends, and it's really cool. And they're always gigging. So if you're in the Birmingham area, come see them. And what else have I been? I think that's kind of like, I mean, there's so much. I could say absolutely anything. Oh, if you're feeling in a sad mood, stick Olivia Rodrigo's new album on. Absolutely. And that's kind of me.
From what I've listened to, I'll second that as well. So before we finish up, anything you'd like to plug? Anything you got coming up? Any socials, whatever?
Sure. So my Instagram and TikTok is Rosie Rivers, if you want to follow me on there and see what I'm up to. Also, and when's this coming out?
This is probably going to come out Wednesday or Thursday.
I think I can say this. This might be an exclusive. This might be a pre-announcement. I am from this month co-hosting Let's Build an Alternative Network in Birmingham. So it's a networking event for music professionals. If you're in a band or you're a producer or you're a journalist or you're a photographer and you're based within the West Midlands, then come along to the night out last Wednesday of every single month and you can meet some professionals and there are some talks on stage and I'll be there. Yay. Wonderful. Hopefully Miller doesn't mind that I say that. That's okay. Here I am.
I'm sure you're fine. Right. Well, on that note then. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Until next time, we're out of here.